all right. Since we are live, let's check it out. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to the chat. Those of y'all that's in the building early. Smash the like button as you come on in. I say smash the like button as you come on in. We're going to talk a little boxing in the AM. Share the video and spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live, you dig? Let me scroll up. See who we got in the building thus far in the AM. Bush Baby Boxing is in the building. Jalen Hudson. My brother Miami Snoopy 305 up in here. Mr. Brave. Avery Vice. The brother Jared 11 Green up in the building. Dane Watson. Slip the Jab is in here. Del Reeve. We got the Sensei Stormy B-Man is in the building. We got the brother Freedom's March in here. What they do, Freedom's March? Keon True Story. Iron Waffles is in the building. King Strick. SM in the building. Anwar Willis. Lewis Hinton. The homie Rod Neal. Tamir Ali. Growing with Soul is in the building. Short Fuse. Michael James 616. T.Y. Boxing 02. The homie Robert Singleton is in the building. Jamil. Farad. Let me see here. Let me see. Mark Wonderlynch in the building. Carter Face Stiller. Ronnie Keno. Justin Jacobs. Raven 45. What it do? Salute to everybody in the building, man. Y'all get the lights all the way up, man. Share the video. Spread the word that we live, man. Let me go in here and share my own live. See what time it is real quick, like. See what we got here. Y'all bear with me for a second. Man, I swear, man. Just got on Twitter, bro. First thing to pop up is trending Diddy. Like, bro, this man is locked up, and these marks can't leave this dude alone, bro. Everybody getting rich by just slandering the hell out of this dude, man. This is getting ridiculous, man. Man locked up. Y'all better talk about this dude versus Trump versus anything else. All people want to talk about, black folks, I should say. All black folks want to talk about is destroying other black folks. Not people out here with their tiki torches begging for Diddy, for a Jay-Z document. Hey, let's get Jay-Z next. Let's tear him down. I swear, bro. Man, I ain't even gonna say nothing, bro. I'll save it for Patreon. It's ridiculous. Alrighty, let's see. Let's get to it. Let me scroll up, see what we got up in here in the super chat. My brother Freedom's March is in the super chat early. Appreciate the support, brother. He says, salute to the mighty LDBC for accepting me into the fold. Yes, sir, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Freedom's March, one of the newest members, official members of the mighty LDBC. You dig? Absolutely. And shout out to the homie Insane Talk as well. The homie Insane, another new addition to the mighty LDBC. You know what I mean? These people, they've been down anyway. They've been rocking anyway. You know what I'm saying? They've been rocking anyway, man. But, you know, now it's official. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see what we got here. All right, let's get down to the smoke. What's up with the Black Martial Arts Society? What it do, fam? Anthony Bolton in the building. Salute. All right, y'all. Let's talk about this, man. So, what's up, brother Javon? Um, let's talk about this, man. So I see, we all know that um, Terence Crawford made a stand. He took a stance against um, the WBC and their ridiculous sanctioning fees. According to Terence Crawford, uh, after beating Canelo Alvarez, him being undisputed, having 4 titles, he paid all the sanctioning fees, or he paid all the sanctioning bodies a fee, and everybody was okay with accepting what he gave them, except for the WBC. The WBC feel like they're better than the other sanctioning bodies. They feel like they deserve more. So according to Terence Crawford, the WBC wanted an extra $300,000 from Terence Crawford. And then they trying to count his money, talking about he made $50 million versus Canelo, and they should get this percentage and this and that, right? Crawford told them to go suck it. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, later for y'all. I don't care what y'all talking about. Y'all think y'all this and that. I'm not paying it, right? So, many of the boxing fans understood exactly where Crawford coming from, and was like, yeah, later for that. What is the WBC even doing with the sanctioning fees? Y'all making all these gold belts and all this stuff to give to everybody. Y'all raising the limit of illegal banned substances that can be allowed in people's systems. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all raising the limit of ostarine, of clenbuterol, all these illegal banned substances. You got the clean boxing program that y'all claim that y'all are out here trying to clean up the sport of boxing and provide a safe, clean sport for your fighters and your sanctioning body. But in reality, you're giving all these guys passes who get caught. Everybody who get caught get popped. The WBC seems to be making excuses for them or saying, accepting their excuse. Oh, well, yeah, they didn't mean to do it. It was a contamination. It was cross contamination, or they didn't mean to do it. I'm not trying to hear that from none of these dudes, bro. I'm just not. And then, so anyway, Ryan Garcia, comes out and he says that Terence Crawford wasn't talking like this when he needed the WBC. When he needed the WBC and he wanted to fight for their belt, he wasn't talking all this hot stuff. But now he's trying to, flex and blah blah blah. So Ryan Garcia is coming to the defense of Mauricio Sulaiman in the WBC. And this is a Ryan Garcia who has never been a champion. This is a Ryan Garcia who just got off a suspension from the WBC for his racist rants. This is the same Ryan Garcia who said that he don't care nothing about no belts. Belts don't matter. But now, just to be against Terence Crawford, Ryan Garcia is out here siding with the sanctioning fees and the sanctioning body. Not only is Ryan Garcia siding with Mauricio Sulaiman, but so is Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, who him and Crawford have a history of beef. They fought in the amateurs and stuff like that, but never fought in the professionals. But even Danny Garcia is out here basically trying to defend the WBC, saying that sanctioning fees matter, and I had to pay millions in sanctioning fees. What makes Crawford any different, and blah, 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 blah. So this is another thing that irritates me about boxing. Fighters, and then I don't care what nobody say, man. We all know this. Boxing is a very racially motivated sport. People try to pretend like it's not. It's very nationalistic, very racist. That's just what boxing is. But people pretend like it's not. They can only spot it or they only acknowledge it when they see black folks supporting black fighters. Anytime anything else happens, they pretend like it don't matter. Now, Ryan Garcia, who popped dirty for ostarine, okay, and was suspended by the New York State Athletic Commission. He went in there and took a plea, took his suspension. He popped dirty. Now I know that there are a lot of jigs out here telling y'all that Ryan Garcia was suspended because he didn't inform the New York State Athletic Commission or VADA on what he was taking. He failed to report what he was taking. He didn't get suspended for ostering. Listen, dude, shut up. All you jigs out there, all you sellouts, just shut up, please. I never seen so many people go to bat for somebody who came out and told you he don't like black folks. They came out plenty of times and told you he don't rock with black folks, but y'all still doing everything in your power to protect this dude. Ryan Garcia was suspended because behind closed doors, while he was saying one thing publicly, he went into there and made a deal with the New York State Athletic Commission. He admitted his guilt, and they gave him 1 year suspension because he admitted his guilt. Okay, instead of the 2 years he would have got. Now, what's up, Rat 691? What's up, Supreme Beast, Bob Talk, Cadillac Red, Kenyatta Jones? Shout out to everybody in the building. Now, why would the WBC raise the limit of ostarine, a banned substance that can be allowed to be in your system? Why? Why? What justification? I just want somebody who's intelligent. I just want somebody to explain to me why a sanctioned body like the WBC would raise the limit of a banned substance that's not supposed to be in your body anyway. Why would they raise the limit that's acceptable? To protect Ryan Garcia and Subriel Matisse. That's why. Subriel Matisse, what's up, Al.G. Jones? What it do, Sheldon? Subriel Matisse recently tested positive for ostarine. He popped dirty for it. And the WBC is giving him a pass and allowing him to box, allowing him to fight with the drugs in his system. And I got Subriel Matisse fans coming to my page talking about, where's your apology video? Yeah, you talked all this stuff about Subriel Matisse. You don't know what you're talking about. He didn't pop dirty. He didn't pop dirty, man. Subriel Matisse had the tainted supplements. Listen, dude. I'm going to say this again. Just because y'all are idiots, just because y'all will let your woman come home and tell, oh, baby, the doctor said I got the herpes. I ain't been with nobody. How I got herpes? You know what? When I was at work, I knew that girl Keisha was nasty. I had to use it so bad I sat on the toilet right after her. I ain't had time to clean the toilet. I just sat down, and I think the heebie-jeebies must have got on me, and then I gave it to you. I'm so sorry. But hey, we both got it, so we're going to be together forever anyway. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point, baby. It's a good point. We both got it, so, I mean, we're going to be stuck together now. You see, that's how y'all operate in your house. Every boxer is going to use the excuse that I had a tainted supplement. Don't you understand how that's a built-in excuse? But this is where the flaw comes in. This is how Ryan Garcia got caught. You see? See, if you tell me that the guy Scooter gave Ryan Garcia the super carb complex, right? And which makes no sense to be taking a super carb complex when you're trying to cut weight, why you would load up on carbohydrates to fill up your muscles with water is beyond me. Why would you need a super carb complex if you're trying to make weight? But whatever, fine. If let's say that the super carb complex had ostarine in it, okay? Let's say that. Because remember, first Ryan Garcia blamed it on the ashwagandha. Ashwagandha company came out and roasted him and said, nah, we'll sue you. We'll sue you, lying on us. He retracted that statement. He then blamed something else, okay? And then then Ryan, he shut that down. He then blamed Bill and Devin Haney. He blamed Bill and Devin Haney and their connection with VADA and Victor Conte as having something to do with this situation with his popping dirty. Well, how did Devin's little brother know I was going to pop dirty? His little brother said it before it happened. Dude, I say a whole bunch of stuff before it happened. What that mean? I got connections. I mean, I literally just said they was gonna rob Lamont Roach. Did I know the judges, or is it just because I know I've been around boxing so long I could smell doo doo? You know what I'm saying? As soon as it dropped, I can smell it, right? But anyway, he blamed Ryan had like 3 or 4 different excuses for why he popped dirty. Then he blamed the guy Scooter at the end. He said that Scooter gave him this supplement that and that's why he popped dirty, right? So then Ryan sent the supplement in, right, to the commission to get tested. And the supplement came back, allegedly, it came back with ostarine in it, right? So then everybody said, oh, see, it was tainted supplement. So then what the New York State Athletic Commission did, very smartly, what they did was they said, okay, so how do we know you didn't just sprinkle some ostarine in this to make it seem like it was tainted? So what we're going to do is we're going to, okay, this lot number is blah, 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 blah. So this is from that lot number, that batch. We're going to go out and find other batches from this same lot number. And if those two, those are unopened, are infected or contaminated with ostarine, now, then you get a pass, right? Because then we know you're telling the truth, because we had to order this lot number and it was contaminated, right? So they did that. They went and found that same lot number, and you know what? No ostarine. So the only ostarine in that lot number in the whole world belonged to Ryan Garcia, and only him. So this is what you boxing fans need to understand, okay? Every fighter who gets busted is going to say that it was somebody sprinkled Pinksy dust, it was contamination. They're all going to say that. So you would have to ask yourself this question. If you're a fighter and you got millions of dollars on the line, your career, your reputation, you watching all these people getting popped dirty, why would you be taking any supplements other than stuff that you know is already confirmed to be clean stuff, right? Like if I'm not getting it from an FDA approved place, if I'm not getting it from a GNC, if I'm not getting it from a place like that, or snack that you know has already been tested, what are you shopping from gray market and black market places online for anyway? Why? What are you taking that could possibly have ostarine in it? You don't need protein shakes. I mean, you're a fighter. I mean, at this point, you should be getting all your protein from meals, from food, right? It ain't like you some bodybuilder where you gotta have some astronomical amount of protein in your body to maintain all this massive weight. You're cutting weight. What you need a protein shake for? Right? What do you need? What multivitamin? You can get the multivitamin from GNC. You can get a multivitamin. It's plenty of reputable companies that sell multivitamins. What could you possibly be taking that would be contaminated with ostarine? Oh, I was taking this carb supplement. What do you need? What do you need a carb supplement for? Once again, you're cutting weight. What do you need a carb supplement for? You can get carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates. You can get simple carbohydrates, all that from food. You can't, fighters, the way they be crying about how hungry they is, I know you want to eat your food. I know every fighter would want to rather get his vitamins and minerals from food versus some supplement, but it's a built-in excuse. Like Canelo. When Canelo got popped with the clenbuterol, what did Canelo say? I told you, I was live when he got popped. When he got live and people came, when I was live and people said, Hey, Canelo, breaking news, Canelo got popped for clenbuterol. I said, oh, well, you already know what the excuse going to be. He going to say it was from Mexican meat. That's a built-in excuse. You know how I knew that? Because every time a fighter get caught with clenbuterol, they say, I was in Mexico, I was eating meat. Because in Mexico, the farmers give clenbuterol to their cattle. So I knew that that's a built-in excuse. It's a built-in excuse, y'all. So y'all have to stop. I know y'all like these fighters and stuff, but stop making excuses every time somebody get popped dirty. Because I know what y'all gonna do. If a fighter I like pop dirty, if Devin Haney pop dirty, if Deontay Wilder pop dirty, y'all is not gonna have the same energy. You're not gonna be on here talking about, well, it was contaminated. No, y'all not gonna say that. Y'all gonna say, breaking news, Devin Haney is busted. Oh, he got caught. That's what y'all gonna say. That's what y'all gonna say. And you know it, I know it. Let me see here. Shout out to Young Devin. I say Young Devin. Shout out to Young Abel in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love, Abel. He says raggedy, raggedy, raggedy. Bring it back for Thomas. Oh yeah, the Super Al. Yeah, let's see if I still got that up here. I think I took it down. Cause I said I wasn't gonna play it no more. Cause Super Al slapped Tio, when I'm happy for that. But he have popped dirty.
The really best 140 is here. No Teófimo, Pussy. No Ryan. Who is Ryan? No Haney, Chicken. No Rolling. He's a...
¡Ay, mis amores! Yo estoy tan contenta porque ¿sabe quién vino a verme de maternillo? ¡Suriel! Mira, Suriel.
Rackety, para que sepa.
Tú me vas a enseñar, ¿verdad? A defenderme con esos ganchitos y eso.
Poco, porque ya tú tienes defensa propia.
Ay.
Vamos a hacer lo que se pueda.
Voy a raparte de coquito, papi.
Ay,
Rackety.
Coquito y pancha.
Nasty work what that man just did at the end. Said raggedy, raggedy. And then kissed and then licked his tongue like he was licking something. This gross. Just quite disgusting behavior. Quite disgusting. Old Subriel. Quite disgusting. But, y'all smash the like button. We need 200 likes in the building, y'all. We shot 200 thumbs up, and I hope y'all shared the video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's nasty work out here, man. But anyway, that's the dude who they defended. Talking about it was contamination and all that. Anybody can say that, fam. That's why I can't stand about boxing, bro. The hypocrisy of people. Because everybody knows what I'm talking about. Do you understand what would happen if Devin Haney popped dirty for anything? It could be a diuretic, bro. A diuretic. It could be just something that help you lose weight. No, they're gonna act like the man it's gonna be every single boxing outlet gonna be dragging Devin Haney. Every Hayden YouTube channel gonna be dragging him. They ain't gonna want to hear nothing about no cross contamination or this and this and that. They ain't gonna want to hear nothing about it. I know that. I know how the game go. Devin Haney right now, currently, to my knowledge, last I checked, is the only boxer right now in the entire sport. If I'm wrong, correct me. He is the only boxer signed up for 24/7, 365 VADA testing. So Devin Haney is the only fighter in the entire sport of boxing that says you can test me anytime you want. I'm on vacation with my girl. You can pull up and test me. Oh, I've been having the weekend hanging out, you know what I'm saying, with the homies. You can still come test me. He's the only one. Why is that? Is Devin Haney the richest boxer in the history of the sport or something? How is it that Devin Haney is willing to put his money where his mouth is to prove he's a clean athlete, but nobody else is? How is that? So y'all got to think about that when y'all running around here talking about all these fighters are doing something, man. Shut up. Nobody trying to hit them weak excuses. Young World is in the super chat with that 10-piece. Much love and much appreciation, fam. He says, what on earth because they have possibly been talking about. They said that was a mean transition from Devin, ain't this and that raggedy raggedy. Absolutely. This is what I be trying to tell people, bro. I be asking people what was Subriel talking about, but none of the Puerto Rican homies will tell me. They keep telling me, "Oh, it was nothing. Oh, they didn't say nothing." But I know he said something. He said something. I want to know what that raggedy raggedy mean. That probably mean ding 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 or something. Sucking it or something. I don't know what raggedy raggedy mean, but it means something. But don't nobody want to tell me. Freedom's March in the super chat with that 2-piece. Appreciate the love, homie. He says, "Oh, and Dev just got cleared for his last test." Absolutely. Yeah. Dev 365, 24/7, man. So that means at any moment, Devin could be he could take some diet pill or whatever, and he ain't doing nothing. He just training and fighting, eating the proper diet, all that kind of stuff. Ain't indulging in no illegal narcotics and nothing like that. You know what I mean? Sniper said, "I don't know what it means. I just know it's something zestful." Facts. Let's play it again then. Let's see what he talking about.
The really best 140 is here. No Teófimo, Pussy. No Ryan. Uy, Ryan. No Haney, Chicken. No Rolling. He's
¡Ay, mis amores! Yo estoy tan contenta porque ¿sabe quién vino a verme de maternillo? ¡Suriel! Mira, Suriel.
Rackety, para que sepa.
Tú me vas a enseñar, ¿verdad? A defenderme con esos ganchitos y
Poquito
eso.
a poco, porque ya tú tienes defensa propia.
Ay.
Vamos a hacer lo que se pueda.
Voy a raparte de coquito, papi.
Ay,
Rackety.
Coquito y pancha.
And man said, "Ay, mis amores, Subriel, agony. I don't know what that means, but that means something zestfully. So you're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean. What's happening with the Showtime? Yeah, some strange going on over there with Subriel. There's some weird going on over there. Don't nobody know, and don't nobody want to tell me what that raggedy raggedy mean. I'm finna Google it myself. I ain't never Googled it myself. Let me Google that myself. Let me see. It's raggedy raggedy. Spanish slang. Boogeyman. Let me see. Spanish slang, folklore. El Curry or Coco. The Latin version, boogeyman, mythical. But what does it got to do with raggedy raggedy? Nah, they trying to throw me off. This ain't got nothing to do with no raggedy raggedy. They trying to throw me off, trying to make it sound like some gangster. Now, it's some zest behind this somewhere. I got to find the zest. Let me type in raggedy raggedy zesty. There's some zest behind this. Oh, I found it. All you had to do. Look, this is what it say. This is the AI. The AI say raggedy raggedy. They said isn't a standard phrase, but it's like combine the messy, worn look of Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls with a playful or derogatory term for being gay. Oh, okay. Now I done found it. I knew it had something to do with some zest. You're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean. Found the zest, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, raggedy, raggedy, huh? I found it. Showtime say, he said, hey fam, I'm ready for Shakur and T.O. He said, but yesterday was another great show. I caught it in the afternoon when I was at the gym. Hey, salute to you, Showtime. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm ready for that T.O. and Shakur. That's gonna be a good one too. Hopefully Shakur pull it off and win. You know what I'm saying? But we never know, man. Nowadays, man, with the way these cats is moving, hopefully Shakur win. Because if Teofimo beats Shakur, I'm telling you right now, we is not finna hear the end of this, man. If Teofimo beats Shakur, bro, it's finna be, man, pandemonium out here in these streets. YouTube streets finna get real tough, boy. Teofimo gonna be out here talking racist nonsense. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out what it is. But anyway, I also seen something interesting. All right. So now we got. Hold on one second. Says Maul and Plant on the undercard. I'm not sure. They haven't announced it yet. They haven't really officially announced all the stuff. Which, if they are, they need to announce that soon. Whatever they're doing, they need to announce that soon. You know what I mean? But anyway, so Ryan Garcia and Danny Garcia both come out in defense of Mauricio Suleiman and the WBC and these sanctioning fees. And I'm noticing a lot of people, more people than I expected, coming out in defense of, the WBC and bashing Terence Crawford for standing up for himself, which is hilarious to me. Crawford is telling the truth. He said, look, like, bro, I don't need y'all. I don't need y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I fought for y'all title. I gave y'all, I tried to give y'all some money. Y'all want $300,000 more than everybody else for no apparent reason. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. And then they bias on top of that. The WBC shows favoritism, open favoritism. They move fighters around in the ranking system. They got 1 million belts. All right. We caught them lying a few years ago with the whole what you call that joint, the franchise title. We caught them lying about that. They tried to act like the franchise belt was just a trophy and it don't mean nothing. It's just like a award for a job well done, that type of thing, like it's a trophy. But I told y'all it was cap. But then as soon as they say that, then they start passing it. They say it was non-transferable. Once you got it, you got it. But then they started passing it along to people. Devin Haney ended the franchise title because when Devin Haney beat Lomachenko or Kambosos, Devin Haney did not. He didn't legitimize the franchise title. He dropped it. So that was the end of the franchise. So you can thank Devin Haney for ending that franchise title nonsense that the WBC tried to pull. He said, take the bag. Crawford already won the prestige. Let the paper champion pay for the second-hand belt. Absolutely. Yeah. Whoever win that title, they stupid because they not finna pay what Terence Crawford was asked to pay. They're asking Terence Crawford to pay that because they say he made $50 million and they trying to make him pay and give them a percentage. Like, nah, bro, ain't nobody got time for that. Nah. People getting beside themselves with these fees. Listen, man, if you walk into a church, I don't care if you just made $50 million. If you decide to give that church $5,000 out of your $50 million, then you just blessed the church. You gave them $5,000. Imagine a pastor getting up there. We got, because they always sneak this in the church. You know that, right? They love sneak this in the church. It's unbelievable. Everybody supposed to be God friend, but they get up there and sneak this. Pastor get up there. I want to say something. I want the church to hear me. We got people in this church. They got a pocket full of money. Just made $50 million. And gonna give the church $5,000. Well, what is God gonna say when you need your blessings? Is he only gonna give you 1% blessing, or is he gonna give you? Oh, shut up, man. Nobody got time for that mess. That's what they do. Boy, I'm telling you, man. Just sitting back when I used to go to church, man. Just sitting through the sneak dissing, bro. It's such a turn off, bro. Especially in the black church. The black church is just, man. And black folks eat it up. They love the sneak dissing. Pastors be up there talking about zesty people in the church and stuff. Okay, if you don't want zesty people in your church, then why don't you have the courage to tell them? Why get up there and sneak diss them? You know what I'm saying? Pastor sleeping around, somebody's wife then told you something about the husband got a gambling problem. Instead of you talking to the husband like a grown man, you up there sneak dissing. That's what people say, man, it sounded like the pastor was talking to me. He was talking to you. He's smashing the gas on your wife. That's what he was talking to you. So, yeah, you know how that go. Yeah, Showtime. Yeah, God wants you to send it. That's how they do. So anyway, Mauricio trying to shake down Bud, and Bud said no, he not for the nonsense. He not finna put up with it, and he put an end to it. Now I salute Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Everybody praised Ryan Garcia when he was talking about he don't care about the belts. Everybody praised what's the youngster Tank Davis when he was talking about he don't care about no belts. But now when Bud's saying later for the belt, now people want to criticize Bud. This is ridiculous. Iron Waffles is in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the support, fam. He says, Pastor here, about 50 million. Ushers, lock the doors. Absolutely. Yeah, you got 50 mil. You ain't leaving that church until you drop at least bare minimum $500,000. Bare minimum $500,000. They not letting you up out that church until you drop at least $500,000. You might be able to get away with it. But you might be able to get away with dropping, $50,000 in the collection plate and then giving the pastor a personal donation to his own personal charity. You know what I'm talking about? Get a pastor something for his own personal charity. And sir, I just want to get this to you personally for your child. I heard what you've been doing, feeding the homeless. So I want to just give you this $100,000 just for you and for what you're doing outside the church. You know how they, come on. Hustle, man. It's a hustle. Yeah, they do that, man. They got ATM machines in the church now, all kind of stuff. Anyway, whatever. That's what they do now. You know what I'm saying? It's nasty work out here. What's up, Napoleon Armstrong? But anyway, man, at this point, the people that are boxers that are coming out in support of the WBC need to be ashamed of themselves. And I don't want to hear nobody criticizing the belts or the sanctioning bodies no more if y'all taking the side of Mauricio Sulaiman in the WBC. Right now, you got a lot of fighters that's jealous of Terence Crawford because of that report that he made $50 million. You know, Bud is a private guy, so Bud ain't gonna tell you exactly how much money he made. And that's a good thing. I like that in him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to brag. He ain't got to say nothing. He got his money. He know what he got. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and put the flip-flops on Canelo, and he got his money. But the WBC, they want their bread. And you look at Oscar coming out. Oscar De La Hoya coming out. You know, Terence Crawford, you know, you, why are you doing this? You know, you got to pay. You wanted the WBC title before. And now, you know, look, all these guys coming out in defense of the WBC all of a sudden because they think they entitled to a piece of Crawford money. No. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. And I hope Turkey Al-Sheikh is paying attention to this. Because Oscar, Eddie Hearn, a lot of them dudes been sneak dissing Turkey, especially Oscar. They've been sneak dissing Turkey and sneak dissing the ring and all that. After Oscar just sold the ring to Turkey, you had the ring for years. Now you sold it, but so now you want to come on, fam, get up out of here. Stormy, the sensei say that you remember Holyfield gave Benny Hill all the millions. Yep. Vander Holyfield foolishly gave Benny Hinn all them that money because Benny Hinn said he was gonna heal him of a heart condition. You know, all this type of stuff or whatever, but it worked though because it was the belief that Holyfield needed. He believed he was healed, and after that, the man went out there and went on a tour of whooping people behind. He whooped Mike Tyson off the belief, even though he didn't even have no heart issue the way everybody thought he had. So Benny Hinn didn't do nothing. But sometimes all you need is belief. You know, belief go a long way. So Oscar was just saying the opposite on Club Shay Shay. Yeah, that's what he do. He a hypocrite. Yeah, Stormy. Yes, it's a shakedown. It's a scam. And see, Turkey Al-Sheikh, with him being in boxing, is a threat to these sanctioning bodies because, you know, everybody thinks Turkey and them going to come out with their own belts. And, you know, Turkey is real funny about, you know, them guys like the WBC and all them guys, you know, getting in the ring after the fights and taking pictures with the fighters and acting like they had something to do with something and they has nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if they was consistent. I think the most consistent of all the sanctioning bodies is the IBF. I mean, the IBF will strip you. They strip everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you don't fight your mandatory, they taking it. But they've been like that. And the IBF is the only American sanctioning body run by black folks. Is the only American sanctioning bodies run by black folks. And they have to be strict like that because they were under investigation from the FBI. Yeah, the American one. They was under investigation under the old president for not Daryl Peoples, but the old president. They was under investigation for having shady rankings and all that kind of stuff, right? And working with Top Rank and Don King. You know, it's a big old FBI investigation. So now this American sanctioning body has to be dot all their I's and cross all their T's. Meanwhile, the WBC that's based out of Mexico, WBA that's based out of where is it? WBA. What they based out of? Somewhere in one of the Spanish countries. And the WBO based out of Puerto Rico. Where is the WBA based out of, y'all? Is it Panama? I think it's Panama. Something like that. But regardless, the IBF is right here in America. You understand? Right here in America. Argentina? Okay. Yeah, I knew it was somewhere down there in South America. You said Panama? So it's one of them. It's one of them places, you know. But regardless of the fact, the IBF is right here in America. It's the only American sanctioning body. And and this is people try to diminish the IBF title, but the IBF is strict for a reason. They strict for a reason because they can't afford. They couldn't get away with what the WBC does. They don't. And the IBF is the only sanctioned body that never came out with the super titles and all that mess that all the other ones came out with. The IBF didn't do that. So I don't understand why more people are not praising the IBF, are not, because Daryl Peoples ain't all in the video, dancing and singing. He not jumping in the ring after every fight, throwing the IBF belt and throwing up gang signs after every fight like Suleiman is doing. See what I'm saying? And Daryl Peoples is a reasonable brother. See, when we called him and the fans let him know that we wanted to see Terence Crawford have the opportunity to fight Julius Ndongo for Undisputed, he listened to the people, and he allowed that to happen. Now, you think these other cats gonna do that? Nope. What's up, frequent flyer? What it do? Y'all get the likes all the way up. We need 250 likes in the building. Let me see what these likes look like. Let me go over here and see what my likes looking like on YouTube. Nasty work. We got 145 likes in the building. That means it's a gang of people up in here. They ain't hit the like button and don't care. I don't care what he talking about. I ain't hitting it. You can't make me hit the like button. What he gonna do? You can't make me hit it. Yeah, this is why the videos you don't get the reach that you want. You know what I'm saying? You don't reach the audience that you want to reach. People, oh man, I ain't getting no notification, bro. Man, YouTube, they screwing you over, bro. Yeah, but then you ain't even hit the like button. You over here listening, but you ain't hit the like button. You over here listening, ain't hit the like button, but then telling me how YouTube doing me filthy and dirty. Diabolical. You said the IBF is always consistent. Yes, they are. The IBF has always been consistent, man. Always been consistent. Absolutely, Stormy. Larry Holmes definitely legitimized the IBF title, for sure. Most definitely. Now, I hear a tale that I seen Shakur Stevenson and Ryan Garcia get into it. All right, I seen them get into it on the Ring podcast thing they had with Max Kellerman. I don't know why they sitting down with Ryan Garcia trying to make this guy a star. He's not a star, but you can't tell these guys. This is how I know they all zesty, bro. I swear, bro. Everybody keep trying to make Ryan Garcia some superstar, and the kid has never proven to be a superstar. It'd be different. I wouldn't even say nothing if the dude was generating, all these pay-per-views without Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? It would make sense, but he hasn't. But they keep sitting down with this dude, talking to him as if he's not a drug cheat. As if he's not a drug cheat. So this is my point about boxing, bro. Boxing is it's hypocritical. It's ridiculous, man. It really is. It's ridiculous. But another thing, Shakur Stevenson claims he would beat the mess out of Ryan Garcia and all that kind of stuff. And Ryan saying that, no, I'll give you I'll knock your teeth out and make you look like a saber-toothed tiger and blah, 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 and this and that, right? I just want to see Shakur Stevenson stay focused, and I want to see Shakur Stevenson go ahead and beat Teofimo Lopez. That's the most important thing, because if he loses Teofimo Lopez, it's going to get ugly out here in these streets. Very, very ugly. And I don't want to see that for Shakur Stevenson. Let me drop the link in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We finna cook today. Do us some nice cooking. Now come up here and give me your thoughts. Let me know what time it is. Let me know what time it is, ladies and gents. Y'all come on up here, and then for y'all who come up here, remember to be easy on the curse words, man. Don't be acting like you forgot and all that kind of stuff. Don't be up here just running your mouth. So we're gonna talk about all things boxing. Come on up, let me know something. All right, let's see what we got here. What's happening with it? Insane. What's happening, young Abel?
Oh shit, what's up with the loco? Top of the AM.
Oh, chill, man. Chilling, brother.
Good morning.
Man, I appreciate, man. Thank you so much for letting me in. I'm always gonna rock with the LDBC,
For sure.
LBC, LDBC. It's all love, champ.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Man, what's up with it, young Abel? What you want?
And man, I'm chilling, bro. Actually, I was gonna try to text you about that basketball thing. I'm glad Insane's here because we should probably set that up next Friday because I'm off next Friday from work. We got to set that up though.
Oh, well, what time you trying to do it? Insane. How Friday sound to you? Next Friday.
I'm open whenever he ready. I'm open.
All right. Well,
Yep.
send me the details. Send me the details, Abel. Now, I'll send the information over to Insane, and then we'll get it together.
Yep. I got you. I'll forward the previous message I sent you, and then we'll go from there, and then we'll break it down. Let's make it happen.
For sure. So
But
what y'all think about Terence Crawford and his situation with the sanctioning fees?
Well,
you
honestly,
know
I
what
feel
though?
like Terrence.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I feel like Terrence Crawford did the right thing. I feel like he did what was best for him. I mean, you get tired of being robbed after so long. Technically Terrence Crawford is bigger than the belts now because his name is beyond the belts. But the thing is, I'm tired of y'all robbing my pockets, and then you think you better than somebody else. You prettier than her, so I got to give you an extra 300,000. That's life changing money. 300,000, and then to see these losers come out and go against Terrence Crawford, not understanding that you're a boxer too, and if you reach the height that he's at, it's going to happen to you. So don't feel no type of way when the WBC have they handout for extra money. You know what I'm saying? In the whole scheme of things, because it's really all a plot and a play. It's really pimping at its finest. You're not doing nothing. You going in there doing all the work, but you got to pay them to wear they brand. That's like paying pimping.
Right.
And for,
Absolutely.
and for Ryan Garcia to come and say, like he has any type of problem, bro. You ain't really paid no WBC fees because you ain't never really been no WBC champion. So you need to stop. Like at the front door, just stop, champ, because you ain't been none of that. And that's what I got on it.
All facts. Well, what's your thoughts, Abel?
Well, I'll say we know for a long time that these sanctioning bodies are nothing more than just leeches of money. That's pretty much what these sanctioned bodies always have been. But I find it very hilarious to the fact that how the WBC tries to be above everything when they have been involved in some of the most corrupted, scandals in the history of boxing. I mean, hell, you go all the way back to when Jose Sulaiman was running the WBC. How many times did he basically favor Don King type fighters? How many times did he favor Mexican type fighters? You go all the way back to Julio Cesar Chavez. All the times when he basically favored him most of the time because they looked at Julio Cesar Chavez as the face of Mexican boxing. I mean, it's not the first time that the WBC has done something like that. And the bottom line here is that eventually, at some point, the sanctioning bodies are going to have to make a decision. Are they going to continue to stand on their principle of taking more sanction fees, or are they going to go in line? And because eventually, Turkey Al Sheikh, the way I look at Turkey Al Sheikh is this: he's a ways to a mean for many people who are going to enter into boxing because they're going to look at these sanctioning bodies as obsolete because they're going to look at them like we don't need these sanctioning bodies in our sport. We can create our own belt, legitimize our belt, and basically we can tell the sanctioned bodies to kick rocks or play ball with us. That's pretty much the choice they're going to have. So the IBF, the WBO, the WBA, and the WBC are all going to have to make a decision. That's what I see at this point, because I think that at some point, I don't think it's going to happen immediately, but eventually some of these sanctioned fighters are going to get fizzled out, and a lot of these fighters are going to start doing what Riddick Bowe did in 1992, throw the belts in the freaking trash because they had no absolute meaning or any purpose in our sport.
Yes, indeed. Brother Ravens, what's happening with it, man? What's your thoughts? You on mute. Ravens.
Oh,
There you
sorry
go.
about that. Sorry about that. I'm back now.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Thanks for having me on, 70.
Oh, no doubt.
Salute to you and everyone in the chat.
Salute, fam.
It's to bring up Tiafimo and Shakur. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but Tiafimo's very, very quiet, which to me, I'm reading that as a possible banana skin for Shakur. I think something's going to go wrong for him in that fight. It's not as far away as people think it is. And Shakur's doing other things. I'm seeing him pop up here, there, and everywhere. And he might think this is more of a foregone conclusion than it is. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. I don't know how anyone else feels, but I don't think Shakur's going to have an easy time with Tiafimo. It kind of reminds me when Tiafimo had a fight coming up with Josh Taylor. And it was the same sort of thing. Tio was very quiet, and he made Josh Taylor look extremely bad. And no one saw that really coming.
Okay. Yeah, I think that I said that already. I think the Teofimo Lopez fight is tricky for Shakur because I think Shakur is the better fighter, the better boxer, has a better ring IQ. But this is boxing, and if Teofimo come to fight and he come prepared, he is athletic, he is sneaky. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm seeing it.
Absolutely. KBGJ, what's happening with him, fam?
What's up, big homie, man? What's up, panel?
Chilling, bro. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great, man. Merry, ain't Christmas yet, man. Happy holidays, man.
Hey, likewise, fam.
Yeah, but anyway, man, how I feel about that Terence Crawford?
Yes, sir.
How I feel about it, man. Hey, we watched Canelo hold the WBC title in different weight classes hostage from 154 all the way to 168. Where the smoke was at for that?
Indeed.
We literally just watched this. Decades of ducking, decades of picking who he want to fight, decades of BS, man. But they on Crawford tail. About a little piece of check, because they want a little piece added on top. Nah, man, ain't nothing special about the WBC. The only reason people hold it in high regard because they see Floyd Mayweather with it on. Yeah, man, he could show that belt, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they let Canelo get away with whatever he wanted to do. Wouldn't force the man to fight is mandatory, and I refuse to believe Canelo was paying them anything other than what he wanted to pay them. Because I know, because like they trying to shake Crawford down because they mad he beat Canelo, so it's like, okay, he made $50 million, we want a cut of that $50 million. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Crawford like, nah, I try to get y'all some money, y'all ain't want to take it, so I ain't giving you nothing.
Yeah, that's BS, man. We watched this man duck Mel, Boo Boo Andre, David Benavidez. We watched this man duck from different weight classes, and Maul. You duck from different weight classes, man. Hey, if Crawford don't want to pay it, I salute him. Don't pay it.
Yep. And somebody in the chat said, "What's the how much should he have paid?" I don't know what he should have paid, but I'm assuming from what Crawford was saying, it sounded like he gave the other sanctioning bodies like 100,000 apiece. That's what it sounded like. I don't know if that's what he gave them, but if he gave all of them 100,000 apiece, and then the WBC like, nah, we want another 300,000. Like, nah, bro, you got the game messed up. That's not how it's gonna happen. Ain't nobody finna give you that kind of money, man. For what? You ain't did nothing. You didn't help Terence Crawford get that fight. You didn't mandate Canelo Alvarez to fight Terence Crawford. You didn't do that. Canelo Alvarez decided he was gonna fight Bud for the money. It had nothing to do with the sanctioning body. So what did y'all do to make for Terence Crawford to have to give you $300,000 more than what he was gonna give you. That's ridiculous.
And they say they taking the money helping the boxers out, but we don't see that. We don't. Them old boxers be busted and disgusted, man.
Yeah, they ain't doing nothing with
See,
them.
yeah.
They ain't doing nothing. They're using that money
See,
to pay for plane
mhm.
tickets and hotel rooms to invite the old fighters to fights and stuff like that and all of that. But they ain't, you know what I'm
So they
saying?
flying them out.
Yeah, flying them out, and they're using the money to pay their salaries and stuff like that for them to have yachts and for them to have this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, yeah, white collar crimes. Yeah,
Mhm.
Say, but here's the thing, though. I think people need to really understand here is that what really confuses me about these sanctioning bodies is that why is it that these fighters are paying these high level sanctioning fees when it's the sanctioning body should be paying the fighters for? Because they're the one, because the fighters are the ones who put their lives on the line in the ring for their belts, and these sanctioning bodies, what do they do? They take they at least whatever percentage they get out of their purse, and
you know why?
literally, yeah, it just makes no sense. Go ahead.
Because it's a pimp game.
Exactly.
The WBC is the pimp. The the
Yup.
the the fighters, they the product. So he's selling the product. You feel me? And he making the money off of them. He putting that belt on them, saying, "You my trick, and I'm gonna put you on this corner."
The more worst cold part about that is this. If they would have got away with that with Terence Crawford, just imagine what they would have did to the next fighter, how they was gonna check their pockets if Crawford would have let that happen. You don't never let no
Well,
man, no
yeah,
business, no entity count your pockets.
Yep, yep.
That's
but you know what
that's
the worst
that's
part
rule
is, though,
number
guys.
one.
Yeah, but you know what the really the sad part is that the WBC. This is not the first time they've done things like this. Remember, the WBC was nearly out of business. Remember that 78 when Roy Jones surrendered his light heavyweight title belt. I forgot some. It was some German fighter's name. I forgot who his name was. I'm sure so many B man knows who his name is. But Roy dropped the belt, and then all of a sudden he changed his mind, and then all of a sudden the WBC pretty much negated all their standard rules and then basically gave him back the belts. Remember that 78?
Are you talking about the Michalczewski guy? What was his name? I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah,
his name.
something like yeah. Because remember when Roy was moving up, he basically dropped the belt, and then he basically decided to change his mind, and then he was reinstated as champion. I forgot the dude's name, but he basically sued the WBC, and he nearly got the WBC out of business. I forgot the fighter's name. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, I forgot. I don't know if it was the Darius Michalczewski guy. I can't remember. But
He should have put him out of business.
yeah, they ridiculous, man. At this point, they ridiculous, man. At this point, look, man, the WBC is the worst of all the sanctioning bodies because what they're doing is they're shaking fighters down. They constantly creating fake belts. Suleiman, the worst, the most egregious of what they're doing is they got this fake clean boxing program that they don't even follow their own rules. You got VADA in place to test these guys, but then when VADA catches them, then you're giving the guys a pass and an excuse to take it. Like, well, it was an accident that he took it. Matter of fact, we're gonna go to the lab and we're gonna raise the limit that they can have in their system. What? What is you doing? But you can't tell me the WBC is not in bed with this. They crooked, man. The WBC was in bed with Daniel Canahan. They was
Yep.
rocking with Daniel Canahan. You know what I'm saying? The Irish mobster. So yeah, Suleiman care about his bread, bro. That's all he care about. Whoever gonna pay him is who he gonna be loyal to, man. Whoever greasing his pockets. You know what I'm saying?
And it ain't hurting his people. It only hurt us because they
Yeah.
only cheat us. They don't cheat
Mm-hmm.
other Mexicans or nobody like that, man.
Facts.
Well, see the thing like this, Stephanie, and I said that in the video. I said, if you can tell me one person on God's green earth that produces what is it? What was that Ryan Garcia was on? Ostarine?
Yeah,
Austrian.
Australian.
1%, 0.1% of ostarine in their body. If you naturally produce that, then I can understand. But if you can't show me no human being on earth that can do that, bro, you cheating.
Yep.
Absolutely. They know what it is.
Yep, that's a fact.
Because they threw out the
Hey,
natural
78,
because
go there.
you can produce it naturally.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, 7A, go to 88 Sports Talk. He actually put the boxer's name that I was referring to. This is the guy. This is the guy I want you guys to Google research. This is the guy that basically nearly put the WBC out of business. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let me see.
I'm gonna have to look him up. I don't remember him.
Yeah, but this
That's
is the guy
wild.
right here. Yeah, this was the guy right here that was actually Roy Jones's mandatory for the WBC light heavyweight title before Roy decided to drop the belt because remember he was primed
Oh,
to fight.
hey, Mahari, I
You know
know who
that
that is. Graciano for the Eubank Senior.
that's right, correct, correct. hmm He was the guy that was going to try to was in line to fight Roy for that WBC belt, but then all of a sudden Roy dropped the belt because he was moving up. But then he decided to change his mind, and then the WBC reinstated him as champion. He filed a lawsuit against the WBC and nearly put them out of business because they discovered some things in Discovery what the WBC was doing. They nearly went out of business out of that lawsuit.
Man, I did not know he sued them folks, but I know who exactly that is. I know exactly who that is.
Yeah, they got
Yeah, you got to.
essentially
Yeah,
they a lot of them been sued, man, for their shenanigans and they dirty business tactics they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Stephen X says for Devin to become undisputed again, he needs the WBC. Yeah, for sure. If undisputed is on your agenda, you're gonna need all the sanctioning bodies for the time being. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they on their way out though. All them sanctioning bodies is on their way out unless they find a way to get rid of Turkey because because boxing is corrupt. You know what I'm saying? It's been corrupt. It's been a dirty game. If they find a way to get rid of Turkey and they pull some shenanigans, then maybe maybe they can survive. They'll find a way to weasel their way around and survive. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
It gonna be hard getting rid of that Saudi money, man.
Super hard because they in the game now. They in the
Yep.
game and look, it is what it is. That now these fighters and got a taste of that Saudi money. It's gonna be hard to get them to go back to fighting for peanuts. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
And I think they really like Turkey, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of them really like Devin really like Turkey.
Right, right. Yep.
It gonna be hard, man.
Super
Turkey
hard.
got this block sold up now.
I tell y'all like this, and this is just my honest opinion. Before they get rid of Turkey, they'll get rid of that WBC belt before we give away that money.
So
Oh,
Liz, it's
All the sanctioning bodies can get up out of here before them fighters let that money go. Because remember, you have to participate. Now it comes down to this: you want to fight for titles, or you want to fight for bread. I'm gonna fight for the money. You can fight for the title while they over there robbing you. So Turkey always gonna come first because he got the bag, and we protect the bag.
hmm
And I changed the name to the WBC. 7-8. I think you might like this. Would you like to know the new name of the WBC?
well, what's that? What's that?
The new name to the WBC is We Be Crippin'. That's the new name of the WBC.
You
Anything else
wild.
is uncivilized.
That man wild out here. He, he,
We
he done put the cripping on Suleiman.
to the man
Yeah.
throwing up game size, ain't it?
Hey man, but what y'all think about? Let me ask you this: what y'all think about this Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul fight coming up this month, man?
If AJ for real, he gonna hurt that boy.
Mm-hmm.
I got my thoughts on that.
What's the thing,
I
Ray?
would say I personally feel that fight's going to be a draw or it's going to go to the decision.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's how I feel on that. I think if you pay attention to everything that goes on with Jake Paul, there's always an element of some form of scripting or shenanigans or played out scenario. All of a sudden, boxers who you've seen box suddenly forget how to box. Even fighters suddenly don't defend themselves. And I'm not gonna. There's enough evidence there to not fall for some kind of it's going to be an all-out fight. There's no way AJ's getting paid the money he's getting paid to do any kind of harm to Jake Paul. That makes no logical sense at all.
Sure don't.
Why are you going to be paid so much money to knock out this guy? No, you're being paid to make him look good and make sure he sees the final bell.
I can answer that question for you.
Sure.
What you have to understand is AJ is bigger than Jake Paul in so many ways. Anthony Joshua is the attraction. So there won't be nothing scripted in this fight. The same with the Fury boy, because Fury at the time, that Fury name was bigger than Jake Paul's name. So when you bring a top level fighter like Anthony Joshua into your arena, especially with the devil Eddie Hearn and he run with, if you honestly believed in your mind that Jake Paul was bigger than Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn, you're crazy. Netflix is paying them that money for the names. The names was Tank Davis. The names is Anthony Joshua. And the same thing that happened to Francis Ngannou is going to happen to Jake Paul, but even faster. See, the
Whew.
thing is, like I just said earlier, we fighting for the money. It's about the dollar bill. Now, when they get up in here and Jake get knocked out in the first 2 rounds, he gonna say he dared to be great. He fought a ex-world champion. He fought the cream of the crop, a unified champion. So thinking this one is scripted, no, because Anthony Joshua is bigger than anything Jake Paul can even fathom or come up with in anything scripted. Remember, Anthony Joshua don't need Jake Paul. Jake Paul need Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua can go fight in the O2 Arena right now and make millions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And
he
guess what
could.
else,
He
Insane?
could do
Guess
that.
what else? Let me add something to it.
Sure, sure.
Bro, I don't think Anthony Joshua the type to go in there and just play with somebody, bro. I don't just see him doing that.
No,
I don't see
you
him
don't see
doing
that.
that, man, at all.
Okay. Well, I'll answer that. You know,
Now
you got
he would if he getting beat, he'll probably cowtail, but man, he ain't about to go risk his reputation
what
to say,
reputation?
hey, I laid down
His
for him.
reputation doesn't really stand on much now, does it? Really, at this point, from the moment he signed up to do this, what reputation? Clearly, reputation doesn't matter. It's all about the money, and if it is all about the money, you're compromised. You know, it's as I said, with that alarming amount of money, you'll be amazed what some people are prepared to do. And I can tell you now, Andy Joshua don't give a damn what anybody thinks. He'll go in
But
there and do
let me
whatever he
ask you this. What Anthony Joshua had lined up before this?
Nothing.
that we know of,
Nothing.
nothing. And that was by choice. That wasn't that there wasn't things he could do. There was stuff he could do, but this came
Can
out.
y'all hear me?
Remember
Yeah.
why this came out. This
Man,
came out because Javante Davies
this nigga call-
you know, didn't had the issue that he had. Otherwise, this wasn't happening. Eddie Hearn was saying the complete opposite not too long ago. So this wasn't really on the cards, and then it was.
AJ ain't never fighting Deontay, man. That man will never do
No,
that.
of course not. Of course not. His credibility went out the window with that whole period of things anyway.
Yeah.
This is the man. This is a man who hasn't fought Fury or Wilder, but he's fighting Jake Paul, and yet he's being taken serious. You know, he himself made the announcement years ago that he signed a lifelong contract to Eddie Hearn. I've never heard of that before, and
That
I'm
boy
sure that
signed his
comes.
soul to
I'm
Eddie.
Yeah, that was
right,
crazy.
exactly, and
my
I'm sure
my
that comes
bad,
with
y'all. I had got a call.
all
Uh,
kind of different details. So as I said, I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is gonna be some kind of fight that people expect it to be. I'm just not gonna be surprised if it's a draw or if it gets to the final bell. I'm not. A glorified sparring match. You know, AJ suddenly looked the worst he's ever looked in his life. You can't, don't be surprised by any of that. I expect that. I expect some guy, and all of a sudden he's timid, and Jake Paul's looking kind of good.
But see, this is where you get it wrong, guy. AJ came in this fight with money. AJ ain't no broke dude. AJ got money. You got to remember, AJ is
Sure,
young
sure he
still. He's still.
does.
Hold
Listen,
on, brother.
all of
Hold
them
on,
do.
brother. Hold on,
Sure,
brother.
sure, 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 sure,
Hold
sure.
on. AJ is still young. AJ is gonna fight after this. AJ is gonna be a world champion after this. You think that Eddie Hearn, who signed the lifetime agreement with with Anthony Joshua, gonna let Anthony Joshua go in here and sell his soul? No, because he still has to sell Anthony Joshua after this. And going 12 with Jake Paul does not sell Anthony Joshua after this. Going in here
Facts.
knocking Jake Paul out sells Anthony Joshua after this because when Anthony Joshua knocked out Francis Ngannou, all of a sudden he was fighting for a world title.
Mm-hmm.
Understand before you say what you say. Really think about the dynamics of what you're talking about. Anthony Joshua has to have a career after this. Jake Paul has no career. Jake Paul fights MMA fighters and NBA fighters. Jake Paul is a gimmick. Anthony Joshua is a world champion and to be another world champion. We still have to sell this dude.
hey,
Understand
Yeah.
that.
but
That's fact.
Okay,
That's
insane
a
though.
fact.
But
all right.
check this out though.
Okay, sure, sure.
Check this out though. But if AJ is done, see, we might think he got something, But if he go out here and lay a dud and Jake Paul knock him out, then all AJ just did was extend his lifeline. He get a rematch with Jake Paul for dumb. Now they got
literally exactly.
Yeah, they got
Crazy.
they got dumb dollars for the. Now he can have this dude can have a trilogy
Exactly.
worth $700-800 million with Jake Paul, and ain't fought the whole time. He ain't fought no threat, but he done made almost $1 billion. I don't put nothing past. I know it might be far fetched, but I don't put nothing past them cats, man.
That's how I see it. At this point in time, I'm tired of like just sitting there and being naive to what's going on here. It's just charade. You know, what was it? A year ago with Mike Tyson? You know how many people running around saying Mike Tyson was going to knock out Jake Paul? Mike Tyson
I never believed that.
And not throwing no punches. No.
I never believed that.
That man was biting his gloves and all, man.
Biting his gloves, not throwing punches.
Hold on, can I say this real fast? And this kind of off topic. I want to see I want to see Antoine versus what's the boy name from Top Rank that his brother just got beat up and then they jumbo boy in the back?
Nabil Albright.
No.
He talking about Davis, the Davis boy.
Davis boy, Keyshawn.
Keyshawn, I want to see Russell versus Keyshawn. I think Russell knocked him out. But back to the lesson at hand. The thing is this, man. I think Anthony Joshua, right? No matter what we say about him, he's a former world champion and he stand on business, right? No matter if he was running or not. That's still a black man, bro. That stands for something.
What?
And I don't think that he gonna let dude beat him. I'm sorry, that's still a black man. I think he gonna stand on his DNA.
I'm sorry, bro. Hold on. I gotta step in real quick. Listen, bro. I get what y'all. I've been listening. I get what y'all be saying, bro. But listen, bro. I ain't got no respect for Anthony Joshua after the dirty stuff he did to Deontay Wilder, bro.
Yep.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what he does at this point. Listen, bro. The only thing he's done good is that he stepped in for a little man that was going to get his head taken off by Jake Paul. I'm just being serious, bro. 7-8. I can listen, bro. I will never forgive Joshua for what he did to Deontay Wilder. He ducked that man when they had Undisputed on the table, but he didn't want to fight because he kept listening to Eddie Hearn. Sorry,
and get what, Mahari? You know what blowed me even worse about it? I wouldn't have cared who won Undisputed, as long as it was either one of them.
Look at the picture,
man. What?
That's a crazy picture, bro.
That's a crazy picture, bro.
That is crazy, bro.
This man 78 crazy, man.
Trust that guy.
Hey, 7-8 and 7-8. Not to go off topic though, bro, but ever since you posted that short vid on the first time when I was visiting y'all in Atlanta, though, bro, brothers have been streaming in the comment section, bro. Like, man, they be like, man, I gotta get in shape so I can go ahead and ball against Mr.
Oh yeah, they gonna want to hoop.
I got them motivated to hoop, bro. They motivated now. I like that.
Hey, well, it's crazy because I give you crazy work, easy crazy work.
Hey, we're gonna try to see if we can do something. I'm gonna see if we can. I'm gonna get Drew and talk to Blue Blood for the New York one. I'm gonna see if we can get up in Rucker Park, man, for a minute to hoop, just to say we hoop in Rucker. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, see, I would do y'all with like the South, man. See, we like to shoot down here, man.
Absolutely, bro. Listen, bro. I want to hoop with everybody. The only reason why I did it was because Junior been talking real greasy for the last 5 years, and I had to get back at him, bro. And then I basically showed him what I got. He want no smoke, bro. So it's okay. I think Junior accepts the fact that he too old. He can't. His knees are buckled up now. But now I got to deal. I got some athletes problems I got to deal with.
Was supposed to be playing.
No, they didn't want. No, he couldn't play, bro. He accepted the fact that he too old at this point. He accepted.
I mean, how old was Junior? Because I'm still hooping at 40, so I don't know.
Well, I don't know how old Junior is. I think he's like in his early 40s, I believe. But yeah, I think
Junior. Junior had a lot of stuff going on. He was doing a lot of
he was.
He organized a lot of stuff for us, so he was tired, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he was tired though, brother. But listen, I got athleisure problems here. I got athleisure problems, and I'm gonna put on a Reggie Miller jersey just to really get into his head a little bit. I'm gonna wear a Reggie Miller jersey in Rucker Park, and I'm gonna show him up.
See the thing, Abel, when I seen them Nikes you was hooping in, I'm like, ain't no way he beat me in those, brother. I'm like, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm gonna let a nigga that wear those beat me in anything.
Whoa, hey, what was you hooping there, Abel? I forgot what you was hooping.
Them was some Walmart specials. Them was like some he got them from Burlington Coat Factory for
Oh,
Oh,
$25.99.
really?
man.
Is that what you
Man,
think?
if you don't get
I
up
don't
out
go
of
to
here with
Burlington,
that,
bro. I don't go to Burlington, bro. Those were all LeBron shoes, bro. That's what I
nah,
was
them
wearing
was
in
like the
Atlanta.
knockoff Air Force Ones, bro. I seen them joints. I'm like, no. And I hoop in Kobe's. I'm a shoe guy. Like I'm a shoe fanatic, bro. I hoop in Kobe's. So I'm like, ain't no way a dude gonna beat me in those, bro. Not the knockoff Air Force Ones. And I'm gonna have the Kobe's on. I wouldn't
Uh,
disrespect Kobe like that.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Listen, I
Not the
got my old
Bombers.
Kyrie's on here, man. But here's the thing. I'll put my old Kyrie's on and then I'm gonna show you what's up. I'm gonna be shooting like Reggie
Oh,
Miller
he
and then
trying
I'm
to
gonna put the
snatch your
dope sign
ankles.
up in New York City.
He trying to snatch your ankles and say,
Bro, he hurt his own ankles when he put them Nikes on. I don't know where he got it, where he found them at, but he need to go put them back. He
Hey,
was
Oh,
out
really?
of pocket for
hey,
that.
hey, hey, the
No.
homie say, he said, Ack is on. I feel say Ack is only 5'6", and he hooped you, and he was going off the down Julio.
Yeah,
no.
and listen, that's no Act Reach is actually very quick. I call him the mini Sprewell. So that's why I'm telling him, like, listen, bro, we got to
Damn,
do
reach a
this
fast
again.
like
This
that?
time, oh, he's
Yeah,
fast though,
yeah,
bro. Like
Ack is.
he had a quick first step, bro. He's got a very
Woo.
lightning quick first step. So I had to. So now that I know what his quick step is, now I got to engage with his quickness first and try to beat him to where he wants to go. So now I
You know
know what I
timing
got to
beats
prepare
speed.
for.
You got to have that timing.
See, he
Exactly.
5'6", bro. I'm 6 foot, so I know I'm gonna give you crazy work, Abel. If you letting a dude 5'6" work you, I'm giving you crazy work.
All right,
Midi, long
all right.
ball, all that.
All right.
All that.
Listen,
And that quickness
I want
killing him
all
now.
smoke, brother. I got no problem. I want all the smoke. To see Junior's too old at this point to play, so no problem. No problem at all. As long as Drew Titan can keep the court secured and maintained, because we know that nobody's gonna fuck around with Drew Titan. So
Man,
Yeah,
I'm
you
out
know
there
Drew.
anyway.
You know Drew the size of he the size of 3 goddamn old niggas together.
Hey, look, I tell y'all like this: we good in New York. It's insanes
Yeah,
out there, so we straight. Especially if I'm gonna be
yeah,
there. It's insanes out there, so we on. We good.
yeah.
no problem. No
Hey
problem.
man, hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Man, hit that like button. But look, y'all, I gotta go.
Yes, sir.
Gotta go get this workout in, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, brothers. Thank y'all for joining me, though.
Man,
Salute,
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 Yes,
G,
salute.
sir.
man. It's
Peace out.
always a pleasure, man.
Yes,
Always.
sir. Yeah,
And
make sure y'all pull up.
Act Reacher. Hold on, one more thing. Act Reacher. Prepare what we play in Rucker Park. I'm gonna put my Miller jersey on and it's gonna be on in Rucker Park. Get ready, bro.
That
Hey man,
31.
hey, Abel, don't wear no Reggie Miller jersey in New York, bro. It might be a problem.
Oh, boy, they might, yeah.
Yeah, they might. You might. We all might end up fighting, trying to protect you, man. Don't be doing that stuff.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hey man, we gonna holler at y'all though, man. All right, y'all. Peace.
Thanks, man.
Peace.